Welcome to Politics and More. It's Thursday, March 14th. There was a fiery exchange today between Senator Ted Cruz of Texas and Dianne Feinstein of California in the Judiciary Committee as they talked about gun control. Cruz challenged Feinstein, saying to her, in effect, I'll bet you would not treat the First Amendment, which guarantees our right to free speech, or the Fourth Amendment, which keeps us safe from unreasonable search and seizure. I'll bet you wouldn't treat the First and Fourth Amendments in the way that you're treating the Second Amendment, by which he meant, I'll bet you wouldn't carve out exceptions to the First and Fourth Amendments, ways that are circumstances in which the First and Fourth Amendments didn't apply. He felt that she was being unfair to the Second Amendment. And as I watched it, I thought, what the devil is he talking about? There are all kinds of exceptions to the First and Fourth Amendments that have been carved out over time. You can't get on a podium and incite your audience to immediate violence. You will not get First Amendment protection if you incite a riot. You will not get First Amendment protection if you deliberately incite your audience to violence. You cannot walk up to somebody in a bar, get in their face, and use abusive language toward them. That would be fighting words in the parlance of the Supreme Court, and you have no First Amendment protection if you do that. You can't engage in false statements. I can't defame you. I can't slander you. I can't libel you. I can't say things that I know to be false. You have no First Amendment protection if you engage in that behavior. You can't publish child pornography. That's certainly an exception to the First Amendment. You can't engage in obscene speech, engage in an obscene publication. That also is not covered by the First Amendment. Nor can I, if you have some intellectual property, some language that I think is really good, I can't appropriate that as my own. I can't steal your words. That's not protected by the First Amendment. So there are all kinds of exceptions to the First Amendment. There are all sorts of types of speech that you cannot engage in. Fourth Amendment, sure, the Fourth Amendment says that the government needs probable cause and a warrant before they can search our person or our property or our papers. But that hasn't stopped them from establishing sobriety checkpoints. When you get stopped at a sobriety checkpoint, there's no probable cause. There are also immigration checkpoints that stop people. Again, there's no probable cause there. There are also stop and frisk laws. If a policeman decides that you look suspicious and he thinks that a crime may be afoot, he can stop you and pat you down. That's certainly a search and an intrusion upon your person, but it is not protected by the Fourth Amendment. So, in conclusion, what's Ted Cruz talking about exactly? The Second Amendment is no more absolute than any other amendment of the Bill of Rights. The gun lobby should recognize that, stop whining about it, and understand that a lot of these not every exception is a good exception, but every amendment has exceptions to it, and that's certainly going to be the case with the Second Amendment. I'm Jeff Rowan. See you next time.